everybody, I'm Bunky and welcome to Bunky's Workshop, and today I am bringing you, yes, you probably see it, the Zero G. So you probably have already seen the videos on it, or a video on it, on my unboxing, and I said I was going to do a review on it to give you my thoughts, ideas, and prayers on it. So I've used it multiple times now, and I must say it's easy to pull. The power head is great. Everything about it, pretty much, I really do like. It's easy to use. It comes with all kinds of stuff which we'll go through, and I'll try to do a mess test for the fun of it as well. A few people did ask if I ever do a big mess test, and I said, well, I throw some rice down, but that's it. And they're like, well, can you throw more junk down? So I'll try, okay? Anyways, to go over it real quick, let me disconnect this and we'll go through the canister part first. So here you have the canister, and I will bring that closer to you. I do like the paint job. I do like the silver. I don't know if you can see in it, but it's kind of like a metallic look to it, and I do like that. It's not smooth, it's a little textured, but in the underneath, there's your vent so that it floats, and it does float very well. On the front is where your nozzle kicks in. It's got an arrow, so you just connect the arrows to the nozzle or to the hose. Match up the arrows, and I'll show you, if I don't tip this over, on here, see the arrow? You match that arrow up with this arrow, and it just clicks right in. And the power for the power head goes right there. Very easy. Right here is the clip to open it, and inside you have the bag. So you got your bag, and inside you got the filter. And in the very bottom, you have another filter with the charcoal. So that goes in, this goes in, and on this bag, on each side is like a little clip. You see that? You have to match that up on each side here, okay? There you go. And then of course with your bag, same thing with your bag. It just lines up, as you can see here, and there. And that way it'll close, okay? On the back here, you have your on-off switch, okay? You have your indicator for full bag here, okay, and your handle. It's a very sturdy handle, and I'll show you when I turn it on that this light turns on with the suction. There you go. And the cord is good quality, I can say. No complaints on the quality of the vacuum. And I'm going to take this down on the tripod so you can get closer to this. So give me a second. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so that's with the vacuum. Now, just with the canister part, here's what I don't like for just this part. Cable control. You can round the cable this way, and it works great. Okay? At the end of the cord, you can clip it, and it stays. But the problem is when you have this connected and you have your wire connected for the power to your nozzle head, it's just a pain. You can't, you know what I mean? So if this is here and you wind it, that means you're wrapping your cable or your wire up against this, which is not good. This is just going to wear this out. So then what you have to do is disconnect this, wrap your cable, and then put this back. That's a pain in the butt. Or you disconnect this, then wrap it and put it back together, or store it separate. Now they do give you this Velcro strap to where you can kind of use that to get your cable together and clip it on here. I've tried that. This really is not that strong. Sometimes it's popped off, but you can do that. People have said you can use a zip tie or something else. I just wish it would have came with a cable wind, a reel, so where it would reel it in, but it does not. So that's the one downside, is controlling this. So the wire itself, the cable itself is a really good quality, but where do you put it? That's the one thing. Now, the power head, as you see, very nice. I do like it. It does a wonderful job on my carpet. The bristles, they're on the stiff side. It's the chevron, which takes the dirt from your left and right and slowly works it into the channel, okay? So I was just I was just discussing some of this with John Smith on his channel. He's showing a vacuum on there. I think it's a Riccar. And I really haven't given this a lot of thought, but I am now. Some of the vacuums have the brush roll where it kind of moves everything to one side or the other, or like this one, it kind of gathers from left and right and brings it into the center. It kind of directs your dirt and debris to your suction channel, wherever it may be, center, left, right, wherever. And he was kind of saying that maybe, like on the vacuum that I was showing, it's here behind me, the Panasonic, yeah, the suction is on one side. And I'll show you, because I'm kind of looking at this, different ways of looking at things, On here, as you can see, the suction is here, and it is on this side, right? So I get what he was saying about that. However, I kind of wonder, with this type of brush roll, it's kind of pushing the dirt over to where the suction is. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. He was kind of saying with having the suction on one side kind of makes a problem and leaves some debris behind. I'm gonna think about that some more. You never know when you're gonna learn something new, right? So I'm gonna put that to the test. I want to check that out to see how that really works, because maybe John, you might have something there. I really need to learn something new here. Anyway, back to this. This does have the chevron brush roll, and what we're just talking about, the suction is dead center. So as you can see, as this turns, it's slowly taking everything from your left and right and moving it into the center and then sucks it up. Anyway, the wheels are great. They have this rubber on it right here. So I've used it on the hardwood. I've used it on linoleum. Works great. The power head is very powerful. It does a great job. No complaints there. You have this rubber piece here so you can push to recline the power head. So that's not a problem. I need to back up just a little bit more. On the front here, I guess I could show you that up close. On the front, right here, you see this? You can slide this open or a little bit, as much or less that you want for suction. That is your suction control. In case you're going over a piece of carpet that's that needs less suction, you need to be a little more gentle with it. But I've never really had to use that much, but it works. The wand is telescoping. I can't complain about that. That's great. Now standing up, like right now, it's okay, but it has fallen over on me multiple times. Sometimes the vac will move or something, and it's kind of, I guess, top heavy, if you will. But the wheels are great on here. You have, let me make sure of this. So you have two really big wheels in the back that are rubber coated and two that are here that are rubber coated. You do have this channel here for edge cleaning, if you can kind of see that. See the channel here? That does work pretty well. So what else? It does connect very easy. Ooh, it's a little stiff, but it does with this button. It is telescoping and it does disconnect up here. Now put this aside for a second. The handle, like I said, there is no suction control on this, on the handle itself. It's on the front here for your suction control. That kind of can be a pain in the butt-ski. You know, you got to bend over. You know, some of the elderly people, you know, they can't bend over and keep adjusting that. There's no adjustment on the main machine itself. So you have to bend over and adjust that strip in the very front if you have to adjust your suction. Again, there is nothing on your handle. Now here's the other thing that I mean, the handle is great, okay? It swivels, not a problem. It's lightweight. I think it's well built. Haven't had any issues, except the switch. It's a nice rocker switch. That only turns your power head on and off. I was really hoping there was a switch here to where you could turn the main unit on and off. I would feel that would be a great thing if you could control your power head. You can control the machine itself and maybe power. That would be nice. But if you could turn the machine on and off and control your power head, that would be perfect. And if they did put a suction control up here, that would just be great. But basically, this turns your power head on and off. Does not control the machine. And I get it. If you put a power control, you know, like high, medium, low, where there's slide controls or just high and low, right, that's going to, you know, affect on how that floats. I'm sure it needs all that power to float, and you slow it down or put it on low, it would probably, you know, end up on the floor and you'd have to drag it. But I guess if they put wheels on it, which it does have wheels on the bottom, I don't think I showed you that. On the very bottom, here in the front, rubber coated wheel, and here on the back is a wheel. So it does kind of have wheels, but it's in front and back. But again, on the control here, does swivel, no suction control. The switch controls the power head, not the machine. So if they were going to do an upgrade, is put some controls up here so you can turn this thing on and off, and maybe turn this power head on and off, and the suction control. Okay. The hose itself is great. It's not been bent or any damage to it. It's great, not a problem. Now this is the electric hose, as you can see with the pigtail here. It does come with, let me get the stuff. So, here's all the goodies that it came with. You get a plastic telescoping wand. You get a non-electric hose, so swivels at both ends. Now, as you can see, this thing's brand new. I never needed to use it. But at least on this one, it does have suction control. It's a little plasticky, but they do give it with you. It comes with it. And a whole bag of gubbins. You get a motorized power tool. The bristles on here are mediums. They're not soft, they're not hard, but they're medium. That works very well. I've used this a lot. You get your standard straight suction nozzle, which I have never used. Metal plate. We've all seen these before, right? The wheels on this are rubber, so it won't hurt your delicate floors. You do get your hardwood and parquet floor brush. The bristles on here are very soft, but nice gating up front for large debris to get in. Now your crevice tool is on the small side, but it works, but it's on the small side. And then you do have your upholstery tool with a brush. And as you know, you've all seen this before, to where they slide on and off, 2 in 1. And then you get this bag, which I keep on a nail on the basement steps, and I keep all my goodies in case I ever need them. And this. So there you go. There's all the parts. Now I'm going to run this for you real quick. And I'll need the power hose for this. Remember, you take the arrow, match it on the arrow here, and it clicks right in. Okay? And you got to plug this up underneath. It's a very tight fit, which is good. Okay. And then, of course, your nozzle. Did that really click in? Yes, okay. So we're going to give it a little push for you. And let's back this baby up. So, power head, very strong. It grooms this carpet very well. And what I didn't mention, and I realized as I was running it, no headlight. I don't know why they didn't put a headlight. They could have put 2 lights right here on the outer side pointing to the center. Maybe up in there, but no headlight. But as I promised a couple people, is that I was going to do a semi-mess test. What I have here is some plain old rice, and I took out a bag out of my Electrolux G, I think it was, the old metal canister, and we'll use the dirt out of here. I'll throw on the floor and grind in. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get a pair of scissors. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to throw down some rice. And I'm going to rip this bag open with the dirt in it from another vacuum. I think it was from the Electrolux G. And we're going to grind it in and suck it up. So here we go. There is your rice. I didn't even need the scissors. That's a lot of dog hair. So look at all that mess in there. So I'm just going to throw some of this down. And I guess I should at least grind it in, right? Can't believe I'm doing this on my carpet. Okay, here we go. Not bad at all. So it sucked up the hair. I see one piece of rice, but it's not bad. It does a very good job. It's a really good vacuum in my opinion. But let's suck the rest of this mess up. Okay, so there you go, is the big mess test. Man, that made me nervous. Putting all that dirt down on my floor. Oh, it made me feel horrible. But hey, it's gratifying when you get to see it all sucked up. Definitely. So what I was going to do is show you the power nozzle, the mini power nozzle to do upholstery and stuff. So this comes off. And real quick before I forget, like I said, it needs a headlight on that power head. That would be nice. And the upgrades that I was talking about for this. But two things that I'm not a fan of when it comes to a canister. And there's tons of good things to say about a canister, all the functions that they can do that upright kind of sometimes lacks in. But I don't know if you noticed, but as I was pulling this along, all the air blows out from underneath. And if there's any dirt, debris, whatever it is, it just blows it around. And because it blows air all the way around this thing, it's, if you notice, it blew some of the rice around and some of the fur and all, and I had to go back and chase it. So that's the other downfall, is it's great, it's lightweight, and when it is running, it just moves wherever you want it. The downside is, it just, you have to make sure of where it is because it's going to blow debris around. So if I really was going to do it again with the mess test, would be to put the vacuum way back and clean forward. But wherever you're going to put it down, there's going to be dirt or something somewhere and blowing something around. But anyways, as I said, I was going to show you this power nozzle. I like it. As you see, we have dogs, and they get all over our furniture, as you can see. This way. Gidget and Daisy, they love sitting in this chair. They look out the window. They love it. And I'm telling you, vacuuming the furniture constantly. But here's my footstool, hassock, whatever you want to call it. Dog hair on it, and I was just going to show you that, I don't even know, can you see any of the dog hair on there? Not really, but anyway, there's plenty of dog hair on there, and I'll show you how it works. But it does a very good, it takes up the dog hair very quickly and rejuvenates the fabric. Even though we've had this living room set in this room, it's got to be 12 to 14 years old, I'm sure. But it's holding up, dogs and all. Anyway, that's all I have. And a recap, love the machine. Nice power, grooms the carpet. When it comes to the machine itself, I do wish there was a better way of containing that cord. And the other thing is, when all the air comes out to make it float from the bottom, it might scatter some debris, whatever's laying on the floor, carpet, or whatever. The handle, the power nozzle handle, power handle, if you will, the electric one, I wish you can turn on and off the vacuum itself along with the power head. That would be great. I do understand why they don't have where you can control the power to the unit like high, medium, and low, because it has to float. But it would be nice that they had the suction control on the handle and not at the power head. That would be nice. And a headlight on that power head would be nice. Other than that, I do love it. I use it. It's great. And I'll continue to use it. Little wound up from doing a mess test. That really, you don't want dirt in your home, and here I am putting dirt on my floor. But hey, it's done, it's over, it's sucked up in the vacuum, and I can move on. Anyways, thank you for coming along. I hope this helps some of you that had some questions about this vacuum. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer them as best I can, okay? If you get a chance, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, maybe give it a thumbs up. That would be nice. And as always, ring that bell so that each and every time that I upload a video, you will be notified. I hope everyone out there is safe, enjoying this time of year, and be kind to one another, okay? Talk to you soon. Out.